Obi or excitement immediately the client enters, then they tell them what they have on offer and terms and conditions. The client will also manage it to suit you. Not so. That is it. We are not asking the last question first. Anyway, I think it has been discussed already. Some of us are using application form and agreement form interchangeably. One is invitation to treat. So we looked at the hippopotamus. We know that we have done the hippopotamus. Oh, we did not do the hippopotamus. Oh, we did it. We started yesterday. We have done the hippopotamus. Okay, tell me about the hippopotamus. Where can we find the hippopotamus? You don't know hippopotamus?
Huh?
Oh, I'm surprised. Mr. Blind, you know hippopotamus. Where can we find hippopotamus? Lagoon or water? Why? Why? Yes, I want the characteristics.
Because it has very thick skin, so
A lot of heat, fat, and whatever. So most of the time it is in what? Water. And what do you see? Most of the time you see the what? Delinquency is hippopotamus. Loan delinquency management. Delinquency is hippopotamus. Do you agree with me? No. Should I continue? Yes. Delinquency, loan delinquency. Immediately the loan becomes delinquency. Delinquent. If you don't take steps to address it. Because most of the time that animal is in water. So you are unable to tell the real what? Of hippopotamus. Oh, the baba. Oh, wait, they walk 2 days and only be that. By the time the animal gets out, so I always liken delinquency or loan delinquency to hippopotamus. Now we are moving to appraisal. We are doing bits and pieces of everything. Please, I believe you've been told that if you are going to do an assessment and there's a dog or bulldog in the house, think twice, not so. In credit, we'll ask the last question first. Why am I saying this? When it comes to loan recovery, when the loan has gone bad and you want to recover, that is where you see the essence of some of these things. Mrs. Boja mentioned that let's look at the practical issues. You are going to do assessments. A dog has been caged. You are bold enough. You want to go and give money. I'm surprised. I don't get it. You are going to do assessment. Before the money left the area of control, you had to what? Press the doorbell for somebody to open. Before the money left the area of control, you had to press the doorbell. So, what will happen? Exactly. These are the issues I want us to be chewing on. Mrs., you want to make some intervention? Want to make some intervention? Oh, please.
No, what we are saying, we had a typical example. A credit officer got someone to take a loan of 5,000, and the husband is outside the country, so there's a CCTV in the house. According to her, the husband said she should not work, but she can't sit idle. So she wants to do something, and so she wants a loan. Okay, so I was asking at credit committee meeting, I was asking the credit officer. Now the woman, when you go there to do even the verification, she will have to see you through. She will see you through the CCTV and ask the security man to open the gate before you enter. So what happens if the loan goes bad? she will look into the CCTV and say, don't open the door for this person. And how do you collect your money? So that's what I was.
You asked the last question first. I don't understand. I will never understand. Ask him to ask her to what? To go. I'll come there.
Please.
They agree with me.
He said you allowed the person to come out.
You allowed the person
to come out.
That is her house.
We know what clients have done to us when it comes to residential appraisal. The experience, the bad experiences we've gone through. Please, if it is the case that the client has been going with you to their various homes, let's stop it. When you go yourself, you will hear things. Mr. Rawa, immediately you move. Hey, then some conformity how? Man, before you beat me on one say you are finished with what? Residential appraisal. Oh, mommy, please wait, I'll go with you. Don't do that. You let them go. You come later. And you will hear things. I've mentioned that even when I know that this is the prospective borrower's door, I will move to the what? The neighbor's door to find out. And that is where you will hear things. If you want to do character assessment, it becomes easier to assess the character of the client. These are the practical issues in credit. There is something we say in law. A man has to be just before he can be what? Generous. It is in credit. A man has to be just before he can be generous. In Ghana, it is the other way around. Do you agree with me? Funeral donation is here. Loan repayment is here. What will happen? Funeral donation first. So the man is being what? Generous first. Before what? He becomes just. I liken our situation now, the client that we have, to a man who is practicing polygamy. Our clients are what? In polygamous what? Relationships with financial institutions. Financial prostitution, sorry. Unfortunately, God willing, we are thinking about a number of things. As part of our 10th anniversary, we are going to mount a number of campaigns. Please, let's understand and accept this fact. If you are thinking of going to court, use the legal fee. I think we have about 3 fees at the court. Then use it to reduce the what? The default or whatever is in arrears. Even the interest rate has been what? Ruled upon by the court. Even the interest rate. It traveled up to the Supreme Court and they said something. It was not equitable. It was unconscionable. It wasn't fair. Even the interest rate has been ruled upon by the court. So if you are nurturing the idea of going to the court, please. Our institutions are not supportive of the lender. The laws as they exist are not supportive of the lender. So why do we worry ourselves pursuing some of these cases in court? In Ghana and Africa, the lender is always generous before he becomes what? Just. I'm telling you the truth. That is how come when we go there, that is the other C in credit, culture. The culture. I'm telling you the truth. There are some areas in Accra that I will never advise that to go and put money there. Okay, mention school.
I know of one. Maybe you have.
But the beauty about all these areas, that is the beauty about all these areas is that some people go there and they do well. That is credit. That is why we say that you know your strengths, but as a credit officer, you wear a number of what? Hats. Like for the client or the prospective borrower or whatever, please. Even though we are almost 30 million, they will be telling us, Minji loan, they haven't taken any loan from any. We know it is not true. The other time, a member of ours mentioned something that, Evan, we know that we need to work with clients who are what? Able and willing. But sometimes I also work with clients who are able but not willing because of the other C in credit, what? Cash flow. Because once the cash flow is good, even if the person is not willing, I will force him to what? To pay. We are doing the review, is it the review of what we've done for the past 4 days? Yes. So we have discussed almost all the C's in credit. But my baby is conditioned. I think it has been discussed.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody said yes. Take us through condition.
Irene.
In the instruction hours, we saw a baby going to enter into going towards fire, and the mother was trying hard to stop him from hurting himself.
Okay.
So, meaning that you need to see the risk ahead of time and then stop. And it's better you see it and stop it than wait until you are going to the end.
So, I remember when we went to Manor Heights 3 years ago, something happened. You remember that flood that occurred in, was it on the 3rd of June?
June 3rd.
Flood and fire.
Yeah.
It destroyed a number of things in Accra. In fact, that flood disrupted our training. That flood basically disrupted our training. What happened? Condition came to play. I love condition a lot because you can go through the process. You can do the appraisal, you can do the analysis, everything. What happened at Medina? The student who died. It affected credit. Do you understand?